Hi Scrubs, I hope you're well. Today, Camtasia and I will be going over breeding for stats and leveling your Wildshade account. Leveling. So you might be wondering why we're talking about leveling in the breeding stat video. Well, your player level directly correlates to what stats you have access to in the shop. More on this in the shop section of the video. Races grant different experience percentages, and the percentage drops at certain intervals. From our experience, the percentage went like this. Level 40 to 59, 6% experience. Level 60 to 79, 5% experience. Level 80 to 89, 4% experience. Level 90 to 100, 3 to 4% experience. We did this on Forgotten Redwoods, 1,415 meters. Frozen Lake, 1,325 meters. And Moonstone Palace, 1,290 meters. These are the longest races in the game. Shorter races will give less experience. To make this faster with the load time in between races, we decided that using the longer races was more time efficient. It took us about 4 minutes to complete these races, including load times. Therefore, to progress it took the following effort. Between level 40 to 59, it required 17 races per level, which took 68 minutes on average to complete. Between level 60 to 79, it required 20 races per level, which took 80 minutes on average to complete. Between level 80 to 89, it required 25 races per level, which took 100 minutes on average to complete. Between level 90 to 100, it required 34 races per level, which took 136 minutes on average to complete. Leveling in a short period of time is tedious and time consuming. Horse Rarity. We want to stress the importance of skill over stats for races. While this guide will help you breed higher stat horses, higher stats on your horses does not guarantee you higher points in tournaments. Skill plays a big role. There's 4 different rarities of horses. 1 star, 442 to 549. 2 star, 550 to 599. 3 star, 600 to 649. 4 star, 650 max. These rarities will affect how much it costs to breed. Breeding your own 2 horses together will always cost moon coins, while breeding to a shop horse will sometimes cost sun crystals instead of moon coins. The higher the rarity, the higher the cost it is to breed. 1 star costs 140 moon coins, or if you use a shop horse, it can cost 70 sun crystals. 2 stars cost 220 moon coins, or if you use a shop horse, it can cost 110 sun crystals. 3 star costs 380 moon coins, or if you use a shop horse, it can cost 190 sun crystals. 4 star costs 620 moon coins, or if you use a shop horse, it can cost 310 sun crystals. The breeding cost will always be based on the highest rarity horse. For example, if you breed your own 650 horse to a 2-star horse, the breeding cost will default to the max price of 620 moon coins, or 310 sun crystals. Keep in mind that Wildshade has previously adjusted the breeding cost in an update, so the prices are subject to change. Breeding. As we explained in our previous Breed Your Dream Horse video, horses in Wildshade do not have lineage or pedigree. The possible outcome is determined by the 2 horses used. For example, we are using 2 of our own horses. Our caramel horse has a total of 530 stats, while the truffle horse has 535. But the possible outcome is between 510 and 555. How is this possible? Let's look at all the stats and do some math. Truffle horse has 114 strength, 107 acceleration, 110 agility, 99 speed, 105 spirit. Caramel horse has 106 strength, 116 acceleration, 96 agility, 96 speed, 116 spirit. If you add the highest stat from each horse, 114, 116, 110, 99, 116 equals 555, which matches the highest possible outcome. If you do the opposite and add the lowest, 106, 107, 96, 96, 105 equals 510, which matches the lowest possible outcome. So what does this mean? This means the total base stat of a horse is not something you should be paying attention to. What you really need to pay attention to is the possible outcome, or the lowest stats on your current horse. Try to find horses that make up for your horse's weaknesses. There is a 1% chance for each stat to be increased by 1. For example, if we gained 1 stat on each of the 5 stats, and our horse came out at the max possible outcome, our horse would reach 560 stats. You could also gain none, but the range is 0 to 5. So the foal you get from this particular set of parents is never going to be lower than 510, and never higher than 560. Each individual stat is inherited from one parent or the other. Here's an example. We bred Smokey with Holly. We got Penguin Charlie with 545 stats. As you can see, strength was inherited from Holly at 106 plus 1, for a total of 107 stats, as the 1% chance triggered on the strength stat. Acceleration also came from Holly at 116. Agility, on the other hand, was inherited from Smokey at 110. Speed came from Holly at 96. And finally, Spirit also from Holly at 116. If you breed 2 horses with exactly the same base stats, as well as the same individual stats on both horses, the only thing you can rely on to increase the stats of these horses' offspring is the 1% trigger. This chance is small, making it time-consuming and potentially expensive. As shown in this example, we have Smoky Knight, a 535, and Aurora Light, a 535. They both have 114 strength, 107 acceleration, 110 agility, 99 speed, and 105 spirit. Any offspring they produce will be 535 and have the exact same stat spread, unless the 1% chance triggers on the stats. After several breeding attempts, we got lucky and bred Ladybug Jubilee, a 536, who triggered the 1% bonus stat on strength. So we see 115 strength. You will be able to predict every possible outcome if you so desire. For example, Winter Wisp has 117 spirit, and Chaos Spirit has 122 spirit. So the only possible outcomes from the spirit stat would be 117 plus 1 equaling 118. 122 plus 1 equaling 123. Shop horses. Around level 40, we began to see 2-star horses in the shop. Though they appeared very rarely, the appearance of these horses improved slightly as we leveled up. When we reached level 94, we started to see 3-star horses appear very rarely within the shop. Effectively using the shop horses means you'll be able to achieve these rarities as soon as the stats become available to you. You could also achieve these stats much sooner with the 1% increase, as we discussed earlier. 2-star rarity. 550 divided by 5 is equal to 110 in each individual stat. 3-star rarity. 600 divided by 5 is equal to 120 in each individual stat. 4-star rarity. 650 divided by 5 is equal to 130 in each individual stat. For example, when shop horses with an individual stat of 120 start to appear, you'll be able to breed a 3-star horse by simply passing the 120 from different shop horses. This will require you to reset the shop many times to find a horse with the correct individual stat to pass. Even when found, it can take multiple breeds to pass the stat onto the offspring. It is very important to pay attention to the individual stats of the offspring and disregard the total base stat when doing this. The base stat may be lower, but one individual stat could be higher than your current horse. You may land the 1% increase on the highest available stat. At level 100, the highest stat value on an individual stat we've seen is 125. If we multiply that by 5, we get 625. It is currently impossible to get a max 4-star rarity horse through leveling alone. You will have to rely upon the 1% stat increase for the last 25 points to reach the 650 stat horse, which will have 130 points in each individual stat. We have not seen any horse exceed this. In summary, obtaining better stats on your horses relies on choosing the right statted horses to breed with, the 1% chance of triggering the bonus stats, reward road horses, and shop horses. How you choose to utilise these resources will impact not only how long it takes, but the cost. Anyway, scrubs, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you had a lovely day, and bye-byes!